Good morning. Sa Bundio, Baet, Gat Puno Abon here. I just want to start my day with a positive thought, okay? I like to talk about different things. I like to talk about Garimot blades, Garimot Dagger, Garimot double armas, and the transferable of training, if they will change, you know what, if you use single stick or use single weapon to Dagger to double stick, and that's the double armas. So that's what my goal today, okay? My goal today is to talk to you about it. So Garimot is one of the arts that consisted on their training. Whatever we do it in a single stick, we do it in Dagger, of course, with emphasis of dagger, and then we do it in double stick. So keep in mind that this is only for Garimot, not to confuse with other art, okay? So as you can see, my weapon is always on the side like this because this is what we used to in our town. And the whole thing is, all of the training, you know, it has to be happen right here, because we don't pull weapon, because once we pull the weapon, it means we are meant to use it, you know. So needless to say, you know, you only pull the weapon if you need to. That's the rules, okay? If you're not gonna use it, don't pull it, not necessarily. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about how the single weapon is about. So let's say I'm gonna only do a few techniques, you know. Actually, it's an opening, you know what we call opening. So it's like bunot armas, you know, we come from this side. Here we go and strike, and then redondo, right? That's the same thing. Now, when you have single stick or single weapon, that is easy to imitate because it's the same motion. Boom. Here, with that. That's you know, just cut that linear cut. See that? That's horizontal, and then go to the redondo, and then redondo again. 1, 2, and 3. Then pull out, and as depend, you know, come up from this side and just clap down. Okay. So if I use that on the training weapon, which is the bahe right now, so it's the same move. I'll put this aside right here. So it's the same move. So even I'm not pulling it from the scabbard, it's the same. 1, 2, 3. Now if I put the dagger, when I put the dagger, it has to be from this side. Dagger stay 1 until time to 3 until to launch that attack, or parry, or thrust, or slash. So that's the dagger, right? And you can also do, you know, from here, you know, you know, this is the horizontal cut. You know, as soon as you came from this side, it could be replaced as a thrust, and then this is what it could be replaced as a block, and then his thrust. But you know, come up from this side. If I do this is follow through this way. So they come up. This is the motion. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the only change, is use this second weapon as the secondary you know, attack, rather than just a helper, okay? But mainly when we do the close range, you know, this is also used for this. In my dad's is the one who confirming all of this and clarifying everything. If I will use a weapon, a high weapon, high, the dagger has to be low. If I use this one high, the dagger has to be high. So it means high and low, they would never have to be on the same location. Why? Because you gotta cover both part of your body. And now, I train, if you transfer it to a double weapon, which is like this. By the way, this is 30 inches, right? It's come up from this side. So it's the same way. You know, those double now came up before I even do this. This is doing first. Bam! Here. See? Because it's gone like that. Remember, I said it's opposite. If this one is here, this one is here. You know, and if this is high, this is low. So it's applied the same way. You know, come up. You know, you would never do it at the same time. High, high, high. Why? Because then, you know, it's not to our philosophy. Is, you know, it's better to cover one position to another. I cover the bottom. This one is the guard to the bottom. This is the guard to the top. So that's what that is pare daga, right? Come up. So this one first, and then this is the strike. And here we go. That's the track. Bang up. You know, you don't need necessarily to strike this. But if you want to be more specific that you want to use a slash, when you came up from this side and you come back right here, this is slash, and then continuously. Yeah, boom, come back. See, notice that it become redondo. Boom. That's the same coming from things. It came up. It said boom, and then strike, and then continuously. So that's the way the philosophy of the Garimot is, you know, from single weapon to spade daga to a doble armas. But needless to say, you know, I just want to give you guys an insight at how we transfer that in the motion of empty hand. Well, the same way, we have you know, we have a set of empty hand also, but in the sense of transferring this to the empty hand movement, then you could also use a hand, a slapping hand. This is also a slap and grab, so it's become cadena. You know, papa, cadena, and then you come from this side, and then hammer or slap again, or manipulate, drag it down. So those kind of thing of, you know, the same motion, pa 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 pa, boom, and everybody's used that. Everybody's used that. In modernists, they call this. Remy Presses call this slap, hold, and punch. Slap, hold, and punch, because of came from the double sinawali. You know, came up from this side. But in the Garimot, this is the normal movements of the first strike from against Buhat Araw. We come up from this side, and here we go. That's the same way. If you go back, if I'm got to the long range, you don't see my hands movement. But if I go to the close range, it become bam, bam, my hands is here, and then slash, and slash back. So if I am under the medium range or close range, my hands go there. But if it's not, then it become here. I remove my hands, come back, and boom. And that's the only time that I got to do that is to guide my weapon to go back to the scabbard. So I'm just saying is, you know, the transferable from weapon to empty hand is depend on the instructor. You know, if they cannot transfer that, they cannot see it the way it's transferring to the empty hand, then there's a problem there. They really need somebody to walk in and explain to them how to be using empty hand. It's like any of those kata, you know. If you don't have a qualified instructor, you would not know what it means. You have to, you know, all of this, what you're doing there, you know, and those has to be, they call it bungkai, has to be explained and applied by certified instructor, right? And I understand that. I was part of the Shuriru Karate here in Miami Karate Academy for a little time, you know, not long, you know, just bit. That's why I start teaching arnis, you know, thanks to Sensei Cigars who really confronted me and tell me to teach Garimot arnis and teach arnis. And that's how I started arnis in 1990, okay? So anyway, but I start teaching in Miami Karate Academy in 1992. And I start teaching to the Filipino community since 1989. That's the record of the Garimot arnis. But anyway, again, I'm gonna repeat it. So the first, I'm only talking number one to, this is number one in Cinco Terros or the thing. So the first one is here. This is the first one. Boom, boom, boom. And then here's the redondo, set back, and boom. Now transfer that to spade daga. It's like I said, when you transfer to spade daga, it's the same move. Boom. But this time, your dagger stop if you are in medium range or close range or parry. Okay. So we come up from this side. See, pack, parry, and then hack, then and thrust. You see, and then come back. Boom, thrust or parry, and then boom, boom. So and then redondo right here. As soon as you're redondoing, you can also do weight, and then thrust. Or every time you thrust, you come back right here and thrust, come back right here and thrust. You can do that. You know, that's what I thrust. And then when you translate it to a double weapon, then it becomes equal opportunity. You know, equal opportunity is you use whatever you use this, the same length. See, it becomes this. It becomes pam pam boom. Come up from this side, boom, here, and then you come up from here, cross, boom, come back here. So there's no confusion on the movement of the hand. There's no confusion on the movement of the weapon itself, blade and stick, you know, per se. So in the hand, it's like the same way. Look, I could easily go in, boom, or come back right here, turn the head, turn it around, take it down, or come up from this side, put the hook, take it down. So whatever is transferable in empty hand has thousand or maybe million of application. I'm just saying is that's how we think, Garimot arnis. I cannot speak to other FMA or other system because every time I open my mouth about other system, I got in trouble. So I think it's from now on, I could be careless. You know, I'm not gonna talk other system nor talk about it in support because sometimes it's turn around the situation. I'm only gonna talk Garimot arnis, and this channel is for Garimot arnis only. Garimot arnis. If you like what you see and you like to learn and heard more and listen to my bullshit, follow me, okay? Follow me. This is Gat Puno Abon. Subscribe to this channel, Gat Puno Abon and Garimot arnis. Thank you very much for listening my bullshit. Bugay to everybody and have a good day. Hi.